All right, welcome to Physics 163, and let's take a look at how our Canvas page is going to function this quarter. You'll see at the top of your page, whenever you enter Canvas, you're going to see the calendar, my syllabus, and non-academic resources. That's for anything from food to housing to information on COVID-19. And my syllabus, of course, which loads slowly. And my calendar. So this is different, and I wanted to put this up so you could see when I'm busy and when I'm not. The dark purple is when I am busy, and the light purple, or nothing, is when I'm free. The biggest one to focus on here, though, is the 163 lab supervisions. I will be supervising labs for this class, but I will have the Zoom open, meaning that when I'm not helping out in your lab sections, I will be available for outside office hours. So that is an opportunity for you, if you can't do my regular office hours, to let me know, and we can schedule for you to bip in on me then. For our lectures, let's come back here. So you can see I've made a list of Zoom links. This is how you will get to our lectures and to my office hours. There's a couple of different options for you, and it's because I have two of the Physics 163 classes. So with the two sections going on, I have two different online lecture days. You are free to attend whichever one you want. So one will be on Wednesday at 11 a.m. and the other will be on Thursday at 1 p.m. The quizzes on Friday, now those are also at 11 and 1 p.m. and I don't have an issue. We have plenty of space. If you have a preference of one over the other, that's fine. The only thing I ask is that for our Friday quizzes, that you just be consistent. That's going to be helpful for your group mates and, well, for your group mates. That's really all it comes down to. So everybody knows who's going to be there. Let's see, and then my office hours on Fridays. So the quizzes, real quick, let's just talk about those for those of you that haven't had me. And I'll come up here. Where did I put that? Oh no. There we go. My week one to do. Not the videos. Hold on. Sorry about that. Week one to-do list. I mentioned the quizzes on the week one to-do list. My email's got to stop. I've entered the quizzes on the week one to-do list just to give you an idea of what's going on going forward. There. So I just want to emphasize, for those of you that haven't had me, these are a learning tool only. That's why there is built-in extra credit. So if you get something wrong as part of your group, and you'll start off, you'll take the quiz, you look at the quiz questions yourself and try to answer them, and then you'll get together in your group in group rooms on Zoom. So it's part of the reason I need you to specify if you have desired group mates for quizzes, because I will make group rooms for you on Zoom. You'll go into those rooms and then you can discuss the quizzes together, and you decide what you think is right. And the quiz will be on Canvas, so you can check to see if your answer is correct. And if it's not, then you get another shot at it. And in that process, if you can't sort it out, then you ask me, and it's such a stressful quiz, I will actually help you understand it. And that's actually the most important part there. These quizzes are for you to learn from. They give you a chance to see kind of question styles that I have. These will actually give me a chance to be a little more like exam questions rather than the scratcher questions, which limited me a bit. But so you'll see what kind of information I'm hoping you understand, so you get some practice with that, and you see the concepts, so we can work through them and you can get comfortable with them. So by the time you get to exam day, you've gone, or exam days, you've gone through this process and it's no longer worrisome. How about that? Time zones. If you're not in Washington, just remember that all of the due dates are based on Pacific time. So your computer is going to lie to you about what time it is. It's going to tell you it's your current time and not Washington time. Just please be aware of that. I did have you do discussion board. Say hi. You guys were so enthusiastic, and actually it was kind of fun to read, so I'm kind of glad I did that. And maybe next time we'll do it in lecture in person, because I heard that y'all just dig that when we have you say something about yourselves in public. Let's see. For your labs, uh, there are Zoom links for your labs, and that did change. There we go. That it's preference that you attend your lab section with your scheduled time, but we understand that that might not be feasible. So you do have the option of completing them on your own. The last I checked, it was 427 would be your first actual lab on Zoom. But as soon as I get specific information from the lab, and I think what was popping up on my emails that we have a meeting tomorrow about it. So I'll be able to tell you more. As soon as I have more, I'll tell you more. Homework assignments, so your first ones are due coming up this Sunday. The dates initially got messed up with mastering, and that should be fixed, as should be the time differences that it likes to hold on to. It really wants us to be in New York. I keep telling them we're not. So if you have something that marks you as late, because every once in a while it'll go back to New York time, just let me know and I'll change it. You will not be penalized. But on that note, you also don't want to start these at the last minute. If this is your first class here, be aware that these homework assignments can take a while. So on that note, let's look at some of the extras that we have over here. This conferences. I keep forgetting it won't let me do it under student view. If you click on conferences, that's a link that I've left open for you throughout the quarter. So you and your classmates can go in there, you can work on homework together, you can chit-chat together. My name should stay in there for most of the quarter, but I'm not monitoring it, so be aware of that. Excuse me. If you're typing questions in there thinking I'm seeing them, I am not. I am very rarely going to bip in there, just more or less to make sure that everything is still working as I set it up to be. Zoom, this link here, you don't need. That's the one that would ask you for a conference meeting number or whatever the heck it's called. These are the links that will get you there. We'll find out tomorrow during my office hours how well those links work. You shouldn't need a passcode. That's the only thing I'm not sure of. I think the way I've set it up with the links directly through the Canvas page, you should be good. But I won't know until we do it for the first time, so we'll find out tomorrow for office hours. Tutoring Center Help, that is online. If you click on it, oh, why did I click on it? Because it's so slow. Oh, hey, it's working. Download the PowerPoint. Some of their links were working for me earlier online through the view, and some weren't. If you go through it, it's going to walk you through all of the resources that we still have available online for you. And it's the same kind of thing. You're going to be able to Zoom meet them. So these guys here, I had a lot of people asking me about, are we supposed to just read all of these and that's it? And these are a secondary source of information. Now I did pull some questions on this week's lecture, and I'll go into that in detail in a second. But because Pearson wasn't willing to grant free access to people that don't have access to textbooks, I wanted to make sure that you had all of the free resources that they do allow us to share openly. So these are all of the PowerPoint slides that Pearson created, and you'll notice they follow along pretty well with the textbook. So all the main ideas are popped out on these PowerPoint slides. So if you can't afford a textbook, first please let me know so I know, and that'll also tell me what kind of extra resources I need to put up here to make sure that you can stay successful in the class. But that's what those are there for. Let's see, my calendar, I already talked about that. Non-academic. The grading policy is now, pass, no pass. Please read up on it. I will I don't know how I'm going to do this. Probably by email, I'll make a folder for anybody that wants a grade. The default will be that you don't, that you just want to be pass-fail, or pass, no pass, or whatever it's called. But give me a day to sort out with as many of you as I have what's going to be the easiest way to not kill me. Maybe a Canvas quiz where you can answer that at the end is probably going to be the easiest way. All right, now coming down to here to week 1, your learning goals. If you click on it, the highlighted pieces are going to be the things that I'm wanting you to focus on. So you'll notice this week is center of mass, and let's see, we have angular velocity and inertia. Should have been highlighted, I hope. I'm trying to read it quickly. So those are the main topics I want you to take out of the lectures, and you come here, and here are all of the lecture videos. So if you look at these, and I think Doc Schuster does a fantastic job, you can come here and you can click on the slides, and I did it again. They'll download. And one of the things that you can do is download the slides so you see kind of the main concepts that we're picking up from the textbook. So instead of opening up the big massive files, you can just come over here and open them this way. And then you can follow along. But there's also prompt questions, some concept checks that you can click through to make sure that you're getting those. And so then come down here and still more, and then I'll do additional prompts in here for what I want you to get out of each week's lessons. And they keep going, and I'll do doubles. So if I see somebody doing, oh, I accidentally did a double of the same darn video. That's not helpful. If I see somebody doing a particularly good job or just an alternative explanation, I will post that. So it's not that I expect you to watch every single one of the videos from beginning to end. Sometimes I'll give you some good alternate options there. And I have humor that's generally only funny to me, but it's there for you too if you want. Let's see what else. And that is it. So the only other thing I will be adding to this, and I'll add to it tomorrow, will be me working through questions. So the way the weeks will work is that on Monday and Tuesday, you'll have your own videos to go through, and you can go through the videos that I'll post to help out with that. And then we'll get together on either Wednesday or Thursday, or Wednesday and Thursday if you want, and talk about any questions that you have. So it's going to be really important that you go through the videos and through the PowerPoints so you have an idea of what I'm expecting you to know, because there won't be enough time in these two lectures. These two lectures are meant for 2 sections, so they should be the exact same material covered on Wednesday and on Thursday. I mean, the truth be told, this is material for y'all, so who knows, whatever your questions are, that could be different between the days. These I will record. The Wednesday, Thursday I will record. The Friday sessions I will not, and office hours I will not record. So do keep that in mind, that if you don't want to show your face, you do not have to show your face. That's totally optional. I do really recommend that you have something with video on it so you can show any kind of questions that you have, or if you're working something out and you're stuck, then it's easier sometimes just to show on screen what it is that you're working on. But otherwise, you know, if you want to wear your pajamas and your hair all kerboobled, hey, yeah, you show up. I call that a win. But, oh yeah, have all the bits covered, please. That's all. And dogs and people are allowed. That's part of the reason that I am saying it's okay if you don't want to show yourself. I mean, in my own household, I can't keep my office isolated from dogs and husbands and sons. So there are going to be times when our loved ones might bip in. Or if you don't have childcare and you have a child, or you're taking care of a child, yeah, it is what it is. Don't miss out because you have other responsibilities. If you can incorporate the two and still see and learn, that's fantastic. Let's run with that. On that note, please do read the syllabus as far as some etiquette for Zoom. Make sure that you mute yourself so we don't hear your dogs, children, TVs, everything else going on, and everybody can kind of focus on what's happening in the lectures. Let's see, and with that, oh, over here, so I said conferences are for you to chit-chat whenever you want. That's not monitor by me. Zoom, that link is down below. People, you can go to your people and you'll see if you click on groups, here is where you can add group members to it. Oh, look, somebody's already at 6. Come on, guys. So you can add groups. You can come here, just click on group and add a group, and it will add group number, or you can add your group number members. Sorry, I can't speak. If you don't know anybody in the class, that's fine. What I'll do is Thursday I will go ahead and add up all, or put everybody else in groups, and then for Friday, Zoom will have all the groups put together. Alrighty, so with that, we are done, and I will talk to you at office hours tomorrow. Have a good one.